Well, it's a little after 3, June 12th, my 50th birthday, and my present to me is to try and do the IronButt here to Prince George and back in 24 hours. 1,000 miles, actually a little bit more of the route that I have. Wish me luck.
Luck. Yep. That and a good helping of determination. For those that don't know what an IronButt ride is, it's a ride of endurance. According to the IronButt Association, there's many different rides and classes, but the one I was aiming at was the Saddle Sore 1000. That is 1,000 miles, or 1,600 kilometers, in less than 24 hours. Yes, you can stop along the way, but it has to be completed, start to finish, in a 24-hour window. The route was from my home in Burnaby to Hope on the number 1. Then, up the canyon and Highway 97 to Prince George. From there, southeast to McBride on Highway 16 before switching to Highway 5, all the way back to Hope, and then home on the number 1. In this video, you'll see a small list on my tank bag. That list is one of the things that helped me keep going. It had all the to's and froms for each leg of the trip, the Google Maps travel time, and the distance from point to point. Yes, my GPS would tell me the time to the next stop or the final destination, but for some reason, looking down at my planned route and seeing it come together, or being pleasantly surprised to discover that I was actually gaining time, somehow helped me. Admittedly, once in Prince George, which is just shy of the halfway mark on the trip, I wondered if I had bitten off more than I could chew. Talking to a couple of friends that have tackled this run, but on much faster and more highway-friendly mile-munching machines than I have, they had some advice. Number 1, make good time, but don't rush. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Number 2, if you don't have a padded set of bicycle shorts, get some. Your butt is going to thank you. Number 3, drink water and have snacks. Much like a long hike, you will need trail mix, water, or whatever it is that props you up. And number 4, listen to your body. If you need a break, take it. All were good advice, especially the bicycle shorts. I wish somebody had shared that riding hack with me from day 1. That all being said, as much as the extra padding helped, by the time I was done, my backside was still in full protest. I'm very happy to say I completed my ride in 19 hours and 15 minutes. During that time, I covered 1,741 kilometers, or 1,081 miles, with an average speed of 96.4 kilometers per hour. But I still need to apply for my ride to be accredited, and that may take a few months. In the end, I came in 30 minutes earlier than anticipated, and that includes an unplanned rest and stretch in Clearwater, as I had just hit the fatigue wall outside of town and needed to get off the bike, walk, drink, eat something, and refocus. And a fuel stop at Merritt. Pushing the KLR to meet the 120 km/h speed limit up the long grades of the Coquihalla chewed up a good slug of fuel, and while Hope would still be well within range, my body said, no, a stop in Merritt will be a good thing. For those asking why I'd do this, all I can say is why climb a mountain? Because it's there. This was a personal goal and a challenge, and I wanted to do it solo. Just my bike, Buzz, myself, and a very long playlist. I chose to do this ride on my birthday because I wanted to tackle a personal challenge on a milestone day in my life. Other than a mid-trip check-in with my parents and a couple of gas station attendants, I didn't speak to anyone. It was just me and my thoughts, mostly living in the moment with nothing else on my mind beyond the ride and the dull ache in my backside. Speaking of the ride, as you might expect on such a long run, I encountered everything. Heavy rain, wind, sunshine, more big trucks to pass than I could ever count, but there was always the promise of what might be around the next corner. But make no mistake, having completed it, I can say with absolute certainty, these rides are not to be taken lightly. They are commitments of endurance, where hubris can easily cause you to ride yourself into an unhealthy and dangerous state. If you take up the challenge of an IronButt, do your homework and listen to your body. And lastly, my steed, the venerable agricultural KLR 650. Admittedly, I put a 16-tooth front sprocket on it to give her longer legs on the highway, and I'm really glad I did, or I might still be out on the road. Us KLR riders are sometimes called tractor pilots. Well, I can say with a straight face that there's a stretch of highway out by Ashcroft where I'm pretty sure if it had wings, my bike would have taken flight. My bike, my KLR 650. I love that bike. I rode her very hard, pushed her very hard, for a very long day, and she never missed a beat. If you asked me if I would do it again, I'd say perhaps, but definitely a different route, something with new views. I'm pretty certain there's a Van Isle 1600. I wonder if I could talk anybody into doing that one with me.